Hey everyone, alright, so hay fever has got me dying out here, so got my tissues. Okay, so I did want to straighten my hair with you guys just for, why not? And I wanted to like take some pictures and stuff like that, so I thought why not try and straighten my hair with you guys on here. And also I just wanted to just talk about a couple of things, because there's two things that I have been asked multiple times and I really feel like I need to speak about them. So the first one is extremely lighthearted. Let me put my straighteners on. So the first one is very really okay. The first one's very lighthearted, and it's basically just how to prepare for a date. So like how do you prepare for it basically. So I'm actually just going to straighten my hair the fastest way that I possibly can, so just bear that in mind. I'm actually going to take my earrings out in case I catch them, but alright, so basically how to prepare for a date is that you can like create a ritual for yourself if you want to. So when I say a ritual, I mean it could start, let's say your date is, I don't know, at 8 p.m. or something, and you might start your ritual, your getting ready ritual from around 4 or something like that. So you might take a nice long hot bath. You might decide to, just like while you're sitting in the bath, be thinking about your goal for that date, which is obviously to get asked out on a second date. That should be your goal on the first date. If you're doing regular dating, if you're doing sugar dating, then your goal for the first date is obviously something different. It would be to, get that arrangement intact. So if you're having regular dating, then it's to secure date number 2, but for both dates it's to secure date number 2 really. So what I say is that I'm actually just using I don't have any hairbands with me right now. We're just gonna do this really quick. So you literally just decide to, this part's basically already straight, so you just decide what you want your goal, your outcome to be for the date, and you think to yourself, how can I execute this? How can I make that goal happen and come into fruition? So for me, I just like to think, okay, let me make sure that I plan out my outfit properly and plan out my makeup and have time to do my makeup, so I'm not rushing it, so I know that I've had more than enough time to get ready and prepare for the date. And make sure you have time to spray your perfume, make sure your nails are done, make sure everything is done, and once you have everything done, then you make your way to your date. Make sure, guys, that you don't get there bang on time. Like, just get there like 10 minutes late. That's what I say. Get there 10 minutes late, honey. Don't get there early, because seriously, I just burnt my hand. But yeah, make sure that you know what your goal is before you go on a date. So have your goal in mind already. Alright, have your goal in mind. And if you don't have a goal and you just want to, go with the flow, see what happens, it's like you are just setting yourself up for failure. Like, that just is not my advice to you guys. It really is to make sure that you have a goal and execute that goal. Okay, so that's how to prepare for it. Make sure you've arranged your outfit already in readiness, and make sure you know how you're going to do your makeup, and you just have everything prepared, and you have a ritual. So you make up your own ritual, whatever that is, and whatever would be easy for you, just make that ritual. And yeah, I like to give myself, if I have a date, honestly, I like to give myself like a good 3 hours just to make sure I've had time to do everything, take my time, and I don't know why this wave is just not going today. Why it's not straightening, is it? If you guys have any like ritual tips or advice, then please put them in the comment section because it might help somebody else. I haven't straightened it all the way, there's still some body there, but I think that's cute. I'm happy with that. Alright, so the other subject is about women of colour saying that they are, you know, like less desirable, and they feel like basically like they are less wanted and deemed less attractive and everything. Now this has been an ongoing thing for years, you know, that people have felt like they are basically not desirable because they're like deeper in skin tone, because they're darker or whatever. And like, I completely get it. I really do. I get it. I understand it. If you girls are feeling like you are basically the last to be chosen because of your ethnicity, then honestly, I would say that it's just about thinking to yourself, do I really want that person anyway? And the answer should be no. And I know a lot of times it's your own men that aren't interested, so black guys aren't interested, and that's fine. You know, if they don't want, you know, their own women, then just go somewhere else. Go to the people that do want you, and stop worrying about the people that don't find you attractive and worry about the people who do. So I think the best thing to do in that situation is, and this is for any women, you know, at all, that feel like they are less than because of their looks, and especially for race, if you feel like you're less than because of your race. I mean, because there's nothing you can do about your skin color. But if you do feel like that you're behind in the race because of how you look, then just make the most of yourself. Just make the most of what you have, and instead of thinking all the time, oh my gosh, they don't like me because of this. Is it harder to be to date when you're deeper in skin tone? Is it harder to date when you're a black woman? Is it harder to do this? Is it harder to do that just because you're black? Is it harder? You are setting yourself up to basically always be stuck in a rut, because you really have to change that mentality. You've got to look at people like I'm trying to think of like people deeper in skin tone. I don't want to be saying Beyonce, Rihanna, no. Let's think of Naomi Campbell. She's dated different races and people do not have a problem with her skin. I mean, they love it. And quite frankly, if she didn't have that skin, she probably wouldn't have got where she was, you know. And yeah, I can't think of anyone else right now. I mean, Portia Williams, obviously, she looks lovely all the time. There are people, I just can't think of them right now. So there are women that are deeper and have darker skin, and they just get on with things. They don't complain about it. They just get on with things and just try and look their absolute best. So that's my advice to you. If you feel like there is something about the way that you look that is hindering you, then just try to make the most of your overall appearance. So that means if you really think that something like that is a problem, like a huge flaw and defect in your appearance, and you must think that it's a flaw, because otherwise why do you keep talking about it? So if you have such a, you know, you're so preoccupied with that, then just make the most of the way that you look in general. Okay, so you have to do more. If you feel like, oh, people don't like me because of this, then you need to do more than what the other girls are doing. So you can't be going out wearing like basic Betty shoes. You need to be doing the most, because if you feel like you are behind in the race, you have to do extra. There's nothing wrong with having to do extra if you feel like you need to. And if you know, right, I'm less desired to those types of men, let me put my attention elsewhere, to the guys that actually are interested. Like, there's discrimination in so many different areas in life, guys. Like, it's not just skin. And if it wasn't the skin tone, people would make it something else. It would be about hair. If it wasn't about hair, it would be about height. If it wasn't about height, it would be about eye color. And it would never stop, you know. There will always be something that somebody will not like you for. So it's just about being happy with yourself and making the most of the way that you look. And that's all you can do, really. Right? That's all you can do, honey. So just bear that in mind. The next time you are trying to get somebody's attention and they are not interested in you, and they tell you that it's because of X, and then honestly just deuces, because they don't even matter. They're irrelevant. All right? So yeah, it's about being content with yourself. If you are preoccupied with your own skin color, if you're preoccupied with your own flaws, then you are going to think that that's the reason why people aren't picking you, and that might not even be the reason why. That might be your own perception, because you have an issue with it. So yeah, you've just got to get to the point where you're completely content, comfortable in your own skin, and you make the most of your own appearance. You look the best that you possibly can every single day. Okay, so when you're doing that, you will just naturally get attention from the people that are interested in you. And in life, not everybody is going to be interested in one person. There's always going to be people that honestly think that you're not attractive. So you just have to look your best and get attention from the people that do like you and the people that are interested, and forget the rest of them, because they don't even matter. They're a non-factor. Guys, the only thing about this hair is it never straightens fully. Like, I can never get a completely straight look. And as you can see, it's already reverting. This is the only thing I don't like about this hair. I have to really, really go for it to stay for longer. So what I did today, like, that wouldn't even work. I have to really, really go for it if I want it to be straighter for longer. So if you guys have any tips, then please give them to me, because I just can't seem to get this bone straight ever. Alright, so unless I like curl it and stuff. If I curl it a lot, then it helps it to stay straighter for a bit longer. But yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And like this video if you liked it. If you liked this calm, chilled, like we're together straightening our hair and stuff like that and chatting, then, you know, let me know by liking this video. And also follow me on my Instagram, because I'm now posting on there. I'm trying to be more consistent on there, so I'm posting. So if you're not already following me on my Instagram, then go over and follow me. I'll put my Instagram on the screen right now. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.